Good morning. My hair is absolutely ridiculous, so excuse me about that. I am going to continue talking about the moon signs. So I think that one of them that I haven't talked about yet is Capricorn Moon. So, I have some close people in my life with this placement, and I've always found it really entertaining as a Leo moon. I'm so dramatic, but these people, so if you have a Capricorn moon, and something that people misunderstand about Capricorn a lot is that they think Capricorn is emotionless, right? So it's opposing Cancer, which everyone knows as emotional, and people think Capricorn's not emotional. That's not the truth. Obviously, everyone has an emotional body. What's going on is that Capricorn, unlike any other sign really, is able to feel an emotion and not project it out, and not even communicate that they're doing that at all. And they might honestly not be fully consciously aware of the fact that this is important and that they need to address it consciously. It's just kind of happening on a different level than the rest of their consciousness, and they can just kind of function without that part of their body calling a lot of attention to itself. So when your moon is in Capricorn, that is intensely what is happening. You can be feeling, let's say, really angry, for example, but no one would know that. Unless you directly say, I'm feeling really angry, it's not gonna vibe off of you really well. This is for several reasons. A lot of it is because Capricorn moon enjoys keeping things to themselves, because Capricorn is very reserved and composed and responsible. So those aspects apply to your emotional world when it's your moon sign, and you want to keep your composure emotionally. If you are acting really off the wall or anything, you're gonna feel like people are looking at you weird. So you're gonna cut that out really quickly. Like very beginning in your childhood, you're gonna learn how to do that behavior, or you can just keep things in so other people don't pay attention to it and don't put a lot of energy towards it, because that really freaks you out. Capricorns can freak out too. They're just really good about hiding it. And if you have a kind of breakdown or something, you're gonna do it alone first before you bring it up to other people. Like obviously you're able to have a rich emotional depth with the friends and people in your life, but you're very distant. It's almost like you can be kind of detached from everything that you're feeling, and you're observing it from the sidelines. Something that is really helpful, I've found personally, to draw from Capricorn energy is this aspect though, especially going into January next month. There's going to be 5 planets in Capricorn at one time at a certain point. It's lit. So one thing I've drawn from this is sometimes you need to put your emotions aside so that you can do the shit that you need to do and get your shit done. That is a really good piece of advice from this placement, because they're able to do that really easily. Like even if they're in a really weird mood, they can go to work and put that aside and deal with that when they get home. Not everyone can do that. Some people end up bringing it all with them and it's just everywhere and they really can't help it. Especially my puppy, especially if you're like a fire moon, it's really impossible. So this person, when it comes to intimate relationships, tends to like the other person to be pretty outwardly emotional. Stop. That way they can balance themselves out with that, and they can kind of draw from it, and it'll make not like a playing ground. If your emotions are all out there, it'll make them more comfortable to like put a tiny little piece down every now and then. There's someone that's gonna open up through work. Like if you're really interested in someone that's a Capricorn moon, even if you're their friend, it's gonna take you years and years to truly understand who they are and connect with them on an emotional level, because it's something that it's very strong and important to them. And if they share that with you and you betray them for some reason, like, that's really gonna fuck them up. That's really gonna hurt them. Capricorn doesn't like to make decisions that don't work. They don't like to make mistakes. They don't like to feel like they are failures or that they're not doing a good job. Like, all that stuff is gonna send this person spiraling mentally with anxiety. Unfortunately, I find that Virgo and Capricorn moons tend to have a good amount of anxiety because they're constantly trying to be perfect and do better and do good for the world, and that takes a huge, heavy emotional toll on them kind of all the time in a way that creates anxiety kind of from your gut is where they're feeling it, and then it kind of starts to cycle through their head, and it, then they start thinking about, I gotta be blah, 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 blah. So it's a mental, emotional thing, but it's this strive for always doing better, being better, not being enough. Did I fuck this up? Trying to be amazing. I left Taurus out of it because Taurus kind of knows that it's great already, and it's just kind of trying to sit in its greatness as an earth sign. The other earth signs are trying to accumulate their worth through hard work and dedication and service. Both of them are trying to achieve and earn wherever they're placed for the most part, where Taurus feels like it's already achieved and earned it. So when you have a Capricorn moon, that's a lot of what's going on most of the time. The best thing I can tell Capricorn is to give yourself a break, and better advice than that is to just be grateful for everything that you do have in the present moment, and instead of worrying about what you haven't achieved in the future yet or what you haven't achieved in the past, stay in the present moment and really breathe and think about what you do have going on right now that's awesome for you. Do you really like your hair today? Or did you get a raise at work? Or do you have a really good friend in your life? Or did you draw a picture yesterday and it was really awesome and you haven't done that in years? It could be anything, but just try and give yourself a little bit of appreciation for who you are as a person, and that will really help you if you're feeling emotionally imbalanced, because I forget where I read this, but it's scientifically impossible to feel gratitude and anger at the same time, or gratitude and fear at the same time. It mostly just physiologically will take over your whole body and make you feel better. Like, that's for anyone, but I always think of Capricorn when I think this, or when my Capricorn energies are getting really intense. I only have Neptune and Uranus there in the 11th, but yeah, Capricorn energy. It's pretty cool stuff. So your Capricorn moon, what else do I want to say? You can tend to be pretty serious as a person, but also you have a really dry humor. Capricorns can be really funny if you understand their sense of humor and you kind of like give them time to have you learn that. They're really clever and sharp and witty, and this person's going to be pretty intelligent and have a really good kind of aura about their own emotions. They're really good at respecting other people's emotional boundaries. Very good at that, which is something that we need in this day and age. They're not gonna ask you to say anything you don't want. Like, they're not gonna dig things out of you, which the opposite of them, Cancer, can do that. Cancer is the kind of person that's like, you look really sad, what happened today? Tell me everything. Capricorn will probably not speak to you about your emotions unless you volunteer them. But if you do, they're there to listen to you, like, wholeheartedly. So Capricorn moons are really good friends for that reason. They're just really patient and able to listen to everything you have to say without kind of, pushing you on or anything. So you're only able to volunteer what you need to, which is really helpful for people that have gone through trauma in their life, or it's just difficult for them to talk about their emotions. This person's going to understand that and give them a lot of space and time to do or not do whatever they want with that. Which is a really comforting and grounding presence. The Earth moons, while Virgo and Capricorn might not always be easy to be, I feel like Taurus moon is a good moon to have. All of them have a very grounded effect on other people. Like, the Earth moons cause other people to feel emotionally very comforted. And that's a lot of the reason why people go to them, is that the earth moons have a very beautiful energy that really ground us. And I mean, if you think about it, a 12th of the population has each moon sign, so they're all really important. But the people that have this are the ones that are grounding us emotionally. And so that's really important to pay attention to when you're thinking about this. If you have a Capricorn moon, I highly suggest that you check out what's going on next month, either through my forecast or doing your own research. But pretty much everything's transiting through Capricorn. You've got the sun, Venus, Pluto's already there. There's going to be a new moon in Capricorn at one point. And then also Saturn. So that's going to be 5 things and Mercury also, what the fuck? I'm still working on it now, but basically 6 different astral energies are going to be going through Capricorn next month. There's also 2 full moons, one at the beginning and one at the end. So the second one's called a blue moon. I talk about that a bit. Just a shit ton of Capricorn energy, honestly. I could talk about this moon a little bit more, but I won't. I'll leave it a mystery. There's a new moon in Capricorn in the middle of the month. I don't know if it's the 18th or the 17th. I would have to look at my document, but look forward to that if that's what you have. That should be really clearing and very healing for you, and allow you to kind of just go into your subconscious and surgically remove a lot of the karma very healthfully and strategically out of your body so that you can move forward with your life, especially in terms of emotions and stuff like that. Check where your house is for sure, and what house this is going to be in on that day, where you live. So, all right, love you guys. Thanks for watching.